Howdy boys, it's NPC and today we're going to be doing the top 5 best looking sports cars in GTA Online. The qualifications for this one are really simple. All it needs to be is raceable. And if you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to drop a like and subscribe if you guys are new. We're trying to hit 100,000 subs this year. I know it's a big goal because I said 100,000 subs last year and I made it to 12,000, but shoot for the moon, right? Starting us off at number 5, we have the Grotti Bestia GTS, which is based off of the Ferrari FF. It's a simplistic yet really sleek looking car, and even though it seems really simple, it also feels like it has a good amount of detail. It doesn't feel naked and boring. That's mostly attributed to its unique body shape, since it's kind of more hatchback looking. It's curvy in the right spots, and that definitely helps mask its lack of customization, which is why it's lower on the list. So I know customization doesn't directly reflect how good a car looks, but the potential for the car to look good is definitely enhanced by more customization. Nonetheless, the Bestia looks astounding by default. All you really need is a nice color. It looks great in many colors and good looking rims, which are not hard to find in this game, and you're gonna have a great looking car. If you're looking to buy a Bestia, it's gonna put you down $610,000. Really not all that much, and it's a great looking car to have for cheap. In our number 4 spot, we have the Albany VSTR. I think this one's a little bit underrated because the sports category is of course massive and there's a ton of great looking sports cars. Now the VSTR is based off of the Cadillac CTS-V. It's a 4-door, which is actually a really nice feature, and despite that, it looks really compact and small. It's nice to be able to ride around with the homies in a good looking car, still have it be sporty, and of course it's not the size of an Insurgent. The body shape is really sleek and it's got an aggressive look to it, and even though the body shape is kind of simple as well, I would say it's more of a standard looking car than the Bestia, since that one's got, it's like a super car hatchback essentially. The VSTR looks a little more like just a regular car on the street, with its normal looking shapes and proportions and stuff, but it does have a decent amount of customization. You can pull off both race car or luxury builds on the car, and if you're looking to buy one, it's going to put you down $1,285,000. I'm honestly really surprised that there are not more VSTRs out on the roads. It is pretty tame looking, but when you see one, they're just always so clean, you know. It's just like a damn bro, what is that? My personal experience with that is Harmnun one day pulled up in his VSTR. I literally had no clue that the vehicle even existed in the game, but it's just hot. It's just such a good looking car. It's mean. Anyway, let's move on to our number 3 spot. Now coming in at number 3, we have a fan favorite, being the Elegy Retro Custom. This is of course based off of the Nissan Skyline R33, I think. Some people say it's the R32, others say it's the R34, so somewhere in that range. The Elegy Retro Custom has a ridiculous amount of customization, of course, because it is a Benny's vehicle, and there's so many things that you can do from the car. My 2 customizations that I have on 2 separate vehicles are both from the Fast and Furious series. Of course, that's where it gained its notoriety from. I think that might also add in a couple of bonus points, maybe for nostalgia, because it was, you know, featured in a movie. I'm sure directors don't choose to pick ugly looking cars for movies unless it serves the purpose of being an ugly looking car. So bonus points for the LG Retro Custom. I think the back end in game is replicated really well to real life. The front end has been a little dumbed down to the GTA standard in my opinion. It's really simplistic and boring looking. I don't think you need to do anything all that crazy to the car for it to look good. Like on the front end, you don't need to do all the headlight covers or crazy hood options. I think going with a sleeker style is typically going to look better. That being said, that could just be a stylistic choice of mine though. It looks great in all sorts of, you know, tuner-esque builds. Speaking of which, endos were like made for this car. Like when they built this car, it was totally just endos in mind. Any sort of endos work, high profile, low profile, this car can rock them both, which I think is a pretty unique option for sports cars as well, to be able to rock high and low profile tires. And of course, it just has a timeless design. It's simplistic, it's sporty, it just looks good, and if you guys are interested in picking one up, you can get the Elegy RH8 for free on the Legendary Motorsports website and then upgrade it for $904,000, which is not all that much, but Benny's upgrades are all pretty expensive, so it's definitely going to end up at like $1.5 million, around there. Coming in at our number 2 spot, we have the Benefactor Schlagen GT, which is based off of the Mercedes AMG GT. I think it looks pretty realistic to the actual car in real life. It's been simplified a little bit, but I think overall the car's like body shape and everything is pretty reflective of how it looks in the real world. It's not that difficult of a car to mess up. It's got a flat head, round rear end, it's short and it's wide. Now the reason for the Schlagen GT being in second is because of its versatility while not being a Benny's vehicle. Because of course Benny's vehicles have so much customization, you should be able to make a Benny's car look good. The Schlagen GT only has a limited amount of customization. I think they're pretty good options though. You can go for, you know, a race build, a street build, a luxury build. So many different themes that you can pull off, and the rim choices are great on this car. Like you can put pretty much any low profile tire rim on the car and it's gonna look good. This one that you're seeing on screen was the customization battle winner of the Schlagen GT, which I feel very proud of. It was actually based on one I saw in real life that's just super sleek looking. It's a car that can pull off metal, and I always think that's got bonus points because not every car can pull off the metal category. The versatility of the customizations and the themes that you can do without it being a Benny's car and still have the car look good is why it's being placed at second. I might be a little bit biased because this one won the customization battle, but I really think it looks so goddamn sexy. Now my one gripe with this car is that the back end is almost like a little too rounded, to the point where if you decide to not go for one of the tiny lip spoilers, it's gonna look like it's balding. Now I kind of embrace the, you know, shine on top of the head. That's why I went for metal on this one, but I think if you go for like the carbon spoilers, which a lot of real life AMG GTs do have, it looks a little, not, I don't want to say like really funky, but it's just like you can notice the bald spot, and once you see it, you can't unsee it. That's my one gripe with the car. It looks amazing despite the nitpicking, and if you guys wanted to pick one up, it's going to cost you $1.3 million. Now for a number 1 spot, this should come as no surprise to anyone. It is the Obey 10F widebody. I know, crazy, the Italy RSX and Italy GTO, neither of those made this list. I just think they're a little lacking in some departments. They're definitely not better than the Obey 10F widebody, that is for sure, because it's a Benny's vehicle. Of course, it's also got the new car treatment where the details are off the charts. The 10F widebody in game is literally more detailed than the Audi R8 in real life, of course, because it's got a wide body kit, but it just looks so insane. It's menacing, it's mean. You can go for a clean build as well. It's a Benny's vehicle, so it's got tons of customization, looks great in any color. It's got a timeless design because, you know, Audi R8s through the years have pretty much kept the same body shape, which I think is a good thing because it's a highly desirable car. It's really popular, and it remains popular because it's unique looking. Like, I don't even know why this is a sports car. This should be a supercar for sure. The Audi R8 is a supercar in real life. There's not really any crazy niches as to why this card looks good. It just looks good, and it has a lot of detail and customization, and that's pretty much it. It's the quickest way that I can sum up all of the good things about this car, and you can kind of just tell by looking at it that it's a good looking car. You know what's really funny is that all 5 cars in this list look really good with chrome rims. I was not intending for that to happen, but I think it's a funny coincidence because chrome rims definitely are not for every car, but these all have like that sleek factor to them, so they can pull them off. But that's gonna wrap it up for the top 5 best looking sports cars in GTA Online. Be sure to drop a like if you guys enjoyed the video, comment down below with any future top 5 ideas you guys might have, sub to the channel if you guys are new and would like to see more content like this, and that's about it. Till next time, take care. Peace.